Good afternoon. We will be studying chapter 4, Method of Deduction, part 4. Here we'll be studying rules of inference, the fifth rule, that is constructive dilemma CD. The rule states that given two statements in such a way that the first statement is the conjunction of two conditional statements and the second statement is the disjunction of the antecedents of the first statement. From this we can get the conclusion, which is a disjunction of the consequence of the first statement. Let us take an example. If he is a lawyer, then he can fight the case. And if he is a doctor, then he can cure the patient. Either he is a lawyer or a doctor. Therefore, either he can fight the case or he can cure the patient. Let us see the symbolic form of this rule. P implies Q and R implies S, either P or R, therefore either Q or S. Note that the rule of CD is used to derive either of the two consequences when two conditional statements are given joined by a conjunction and either of their antecedents are given. Let us see the application. A implies B and C implies D. A wedge C, not B, therefore D. Now here you can see that there are two conditional statements joined by a conjunction. We are having their antecedents with us in the second premise. So which rule can you apply? The rule of CD. See here in this rule of CD, you can see that P implies Q and R implies S. P or R. Therefore, Q or S. So, A implies B and C implies D. A or C. Okay. Therefore, what will you get? B or D. By which rule? CD rule, and for first and second you are applying that rule. Now which rule can you apply here? You can see that it is a disjunctive proposition and we are having the negation of the first disjunct. So we can derive the second disjunct. This is the rule of DS. P or Q, not P, therefore Q. B or D, not B, therefore D. So this is 4 and 3 DS. Just take an example 2. Here also you can apply the rule of CD. G horseshoe H and J horseshoe K, either G or J, therefore what will you get? H or K. 1 and 2 CD. Now which rule can you apply here? Here you can apply the rule of empty and you will get not H. Because we are having the negation of the consequent with us, so we'll get the negation of the antecedent. So here P implies Q, not Q, therefore not P. H implies L, not L, therefore not H. 3 and 4 empty. Now which rule you can apply here? DS, because this is a disjunctive proposition and we are having the negation of the first disjunct. So you can get the second disjunct. DS, P wedge Q, not P, therefore Q. H wedge K, not H, therefore K. 5 and 6 DS. Thus we have established the validity of this argument. Now we go to the next example. Here again you can apply the rule of CD. H implies M and N implies P. So L wedge N. So you will get M wedge P. Now you have a disjunctive proposition. We have the negation of the first disjunct. You can get the second disjunct by this rule DS. You will get P. Once you get P, you can see that P is there in the fourth premise as the antecedent of an implicative proposition. So you can derive the consequent, by which is this rule by which you can apply and get the consequent. There is only one rule, and that is the rule of MP. P implies Q, P therefore Q. P implies Q, P therefore Q. Thus, we have arrived at the conclusion and the validity is established. Now we come to the fourth one. Again, we can apply the rule of CD. See, two conditional proposition joined by a conjunction. We have their antecedents with us. So we can derive the consequent. Okay. Now, which rule can you apply here? CD again. We are having the negation of DS, we are having the negation of the first disjunct. So you can derive the second disjunct. This is the rule of DS. P wedge Q, not P, therefore Q. S wedge, not W, not S, therefore not W. Okay. Now we can apply again the rule of MT. You are having the consequence negation with you, so you can derive the negation of the antecedent. Which is that rule? There is only one rule, and that is the rule of MT. P implies Q, not Q, therefore not P. U implies W, not W, therefore not U. So you have arrived at the conclusion. Thus, the validity of this argument is established. Now we come to the next. Now we'll be doing the sixth rule of inference, that is the rule of destructive dilemma, DD. This rule states that given two statements in such a way that the first statement is the conjunction of two conditional statements and the second statement is the disjunction of the denial of the consequence of the first statement. From this we get the conclusion, which is the disjunction of the denial of the antecedents of the first statement. Now, if it is a pineapple, then it is yellow. And if it is a cherry, then it is red. Either it is not yellow or it is not red. Therefore, either it is not a pineapple or it is not a cherry. Let us see the symbolic form. P implies Q and R implies S, not Q or not S. Therefore, not P or not R. Note that the rule of DD is applied to derive the negation of two antecedents when two conditional statements joined by a conjunction and the negation of their consequence are given. Come to the applications. Suppose the given argument is F implies G and H implies I, not G or not I. Not F, therefore not H. So here you can see that two conditional statements are joined by a conjunction and we are having the negation of their consequence. So we can derive the negation of their antecedents by DD method. So here you can see P implies Q and R implies S, not Q or not S. Therefore, not P or not R. F implies G and H implies I. Not G or not I. Therefore, not F or not H. 1 and 2 DD. Now you can see that it is a disjunctive proposition and the first disjunct is curl F, not F. Its negation will be not F, curl F. So you will get the second disjunct by DS rule. Negation of the first disjunct will give you the second disjunct. So curl H you will get 4 and 3 DS. Thus, validity is established. In this example, A implies B and C implies D, not B or not D, not A. E implies C, therefore not E. Here two conditional statements joined by a conjunction are given in the first premise and the consequence negation is given. So you can apply the rule of DD, first and second premise, and you can derive the negation of the antecedents, that is negation of A and C, which are the antecedents, by DD rule 1 and 2. Now here you can see that it is a disjunctive proposition and the first disjunct is curl A. So its negation is not A, curl A. So you can get the second disjunct by DS rule. P wedge Q, not P, therefore Q, not A wedge, not C, not A, therefore not C. Now you can see that C's negation is here. C is the consequent of this implicative statement. So if you have the negation of the consequent, you can derive the negation of the antecedent. There is only one rule, and that is the rule of empty. P implies Q, not Q, therefore not P. E implies C, not C, therefore not E. Thus, we have arrived at the conclusion and the validity of the statement is established. In the next class, we will be studying the remaining three rules of inference. Thank you.